close the deal with a foreign government. So Joe Biden can't plead ignorance to this by any stretch of the imagination.
So what kind of deals are we talking about? And
let's back up a little bit and listen to this again.
Policy. In fact, in one instance we know his son actually flew with his father on Air Force Two to close the deal with a foreign government.
That's Hunter and Joe Biden.
Ignorance to this by any stretch of the imagination.
So what kind of deals are we talking about? And go ahead.
Yeah, we're talking about mind-boggling deals. So in December of 2013, Joe Biden is flying on Air Force Two for a trip to Asia. He goes to Tokyo. He goes to Seoul, South Korea. But the main part of the trip is to Beijing, China. On the plane with him is his son, Hunter Biden. They spend 3 days in China. Biden is frankly criticized by the Washington Post and other entities for going soft on Beijing. He basically doesn't challenge them much on the South China Sea, on human rights, on trade policy. The most important thing that happens 10 days after they come back, and that's when Hunter Biden's very small financial firm inks a $1 billion, that's with a B, $1 billion private equity deal with the government of China.
Did you hear that? $1 billion deal. Goldman Sachs, J.P. Morgan couldn't get that kind of an entree into the government of China. And that payment was made by the government of China, not a private company. Can you imagine if one of the Trump children cut a deal with Russia and made $1 billion into their favorite cause?
This is not a Chinese corporation. This is not an American company. This is the Chinese government. It's later expanded to $1.5 billion. And here's the important part, Glenn. Hunter Biden really has no background in private equity, and he has no background in China. And this deal through the Shanghai Free Trade Zone is unlike any deal that any other investment firm has in China. J.P. Morgan doesn't have this deal, Goldman Sachs. So it stinks to high heaven. And
you want to know how corrupt your government is? Don't blame the Chinese, by the way. Their ethos is to destroy capitalism inevitably in the world and take over the world through military dictatorship, and that's where they're going. Blame our government. See, this is what the Brennans, the self-avowed communist, head of the CIA, the dirty Comeys, the crooked Muellers, the McCabe's. See, it's all about them getting enriched. So, all of a sudden, they're dumber than a box of rocks when it comes time to looking at the evil and corruption of the Bidens, the Obamas, the Clintons. But look how astute and adroit they are, right to the molecular level of examining every single thing Trump does or doesn't do. And they can't even find anything on him. So they invent stuff with the help of pencil neck Schiff and the crooked media at CNN and MSNBC. You want a template for this? Go to Nazi Germany. You know who was the first guy to speak on behalf of the Nazi government when Hitler killed himself? It was Goebbels. It wasn't any of the military leaders. It wasn't the head of the Waffen-SS or the Gestapo. It was the propagandist, little skinny pencil-neck Goebbels. And if you wonder why Rachel Maddow makes $25 million a year, that's the value of spreading their propaganda, their manure, their scheist. Listen to the rest of this.
First of a series of deals that Hunter Biden's small financial firm does with the Chinese government. It involves real estate deals. It involves the Chinese military. It's extremely troubling and really daunting to get your hands around the size and the scope of these deals that he cuts.
I mean, I just want to play devil's advocate.
Sure.
What is his son's, there's nothing special about his firm. I mean, Goldman Sachs doesn't have it. That's pretty damning that J.P. Morgan doesn't have it, but he does. He's got to have some expertise that you've missed?
I understand exactly why you're raising that question, Glenn, because this is so shocking. But the fact is, Joe Biden, when he becomes vice president, up until that point, his son Hunter is a lobbyist in Washington, D.C. for online gambling entities. The point being, this private equity deal with the Chinese government, and again...
Listen, you don't have to hear any more. Could you imagine if Joe Biden became president, how much money Hunter would make? This is big. This is effing big. Remember he told that to Obama about Obamacare? Could you imagine the visions of sugar plums dancing in Joe Biden's head when he realizes how much money was going to be driven through his son? I mean, I got to tell you, people, these Bidens, these corrupt Clintons, the Obamas, they should be running for their lives. But the right wing has no moral conviction, and the left wing is stupid and corrupt. And all you liberals that used to try to talk about morality and the evil of big business, well, here it is, right in front of you. Right in front of you, they've sold your children into Chinese slavery. You got hell coming, and you sat on your ass and did nothing. This isn't FDR's left-wing politics. This isn't what Hubert Humphrey believed in. This isn't what Richard Nixon believed in. We are at a new level of evil.